Next one says, how many years before you need to get over a breakup? That honestly depends on, you said years, so I'm gonna assume that you were in this particular relationship for some years. How many years? Well, I wouldn't recommend one. I wouldn't recommend taking years to get over someone, because that's stealing your life away. Now, if you were in a long relationship, like what, 5 years and up, okay, I understand. I possibly understand why you said years, but I don't want to give a number on that because I don't. I don't. I just feel like saying years, you need to take this X amount of years to get over a relationship, is stealing from you living your life. No, I'm not gonna say that because I know certain people that have been in 5-year relationships and it didn't take them, that long. But everybody's different. I understand. Everybody is different. You didn't give me no details, so it's like, honestly, I would just do a 3-month check-in with myself. Like every 3 months, see how I'm doing. Like, have you already deleted his number, or have you deleted all your pictures? And does the thought of that person bring you to tears? Yeah, I don't want to give you years because I don't want you to stop living your life or stop growing, because this taking time to get over someone can really steal from your life. Like sitting in that breakup mode can really steal your joy, and I don't want that for you. Don't want that for anyone. So you need to take time to get over it and learn. But years turn into decades. We're not doing that. No. So 3-month check-in with yourself. See how you feel. See how you've improved. See what you've learned, and you're gonna be okay. Next one says, would I be considered a thought for dating my ex's cousin? Now, sis, that's not even a good idea. That's not a good idea. That I don't think that's a good idea. That it just no. That's not a good idea. I think you need to just leave that family alone. It didn't work out with the cousin that you were dating. Not to say that they both the same, but that's just a messy situation. You don't need that. You don't need that, because you don't need that. No, yeah, you gonna have to skip this one, please. You don't need that. If you have, I don't recommend this move at all. I don't even know the dude. I know, but I don't see this being anything other than some mess, some drama that you really don't need. So yeah, just leave the family alone. It says, growing up, I wasn't a real girly girl. I loved dressing in sweatpants and basketball shorts, but I always hung around girly girls. And it would really suck when the boys I had crushes on would go after one of my friends. Now I'm having trouble getting into that girly girl vibe. I have guy friends, but they really look at me like the homie. I would rather be looked at like the girls they talk about pursuing. Any advice? Well, for one, this is completely relatable because I went through the exact same thing. So I understand where you're coming from. I would tell you to explore just explore that side. Like, what's your favorite color? Try to find dresses and, you know, girly tops in that color. You know, different um explore dresses, buy some dresses, try on some dresses, see how they fit you, see do you feel comfortable in them. Don't just buy something because it appears cute but you're physically not comfortable in it. Like, how short is too short for you? How long is too long for you? As far as tops go, how low is too low? Let me tell you something. Being a tomboy is easy as far as getting dressed goes. Child, that's so doggone easy. Like, once you get out of the shower and take care of your hygiene and everything, I feel like being a tomboy is much, much easier. Don't sell yourself out and go buy something that's too small or something that's too big because you're not going to be comfortable in it. You're not. Speaking from personal experience, don't do it. That goes for shoes too. Don't go buy no size 6 heel when you know you a size 7.5. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself, sis. Don't do that to yourself. Speaking from experience, don't do it. But yeah, I think you just gonna have to explore that side. And when you're exploring, it really gets fun. It's so fun. It's like you get to play dress up all over again. But this time, you're just trying to find your type of style. So, yeah. Okay, this next one says, my boyfriend has a girl best friend that he's close with, but not as close as he is with his guy best friend. I know she doesn't like me because I heard her on the phone one day and she said she don't like me. Now, I've tried to keep cordial only out of respect of my boyfriend. I feel so uncomfortable when she's around. Granted, my boyfriend never makes me feel lonely. He's always holding and kissing me and smiling at me at home. And one time, I even caught her rolling her eyes at us. I don't see how my boyfriend can't see her attitude. Should I remain quiet and just be happy that I'm his choice, or should I tell my boyfriend? You need to tell your man. You need to tell your boyfriend because there's an energy going on between you two. Women know when, we know. Women know women. And he's probably just so wrapped up with you. Whatever. But no, if that's his girl best friend, regardless on how close they are, that's his friend, and you need to tell him that she's making you uncomfortable. You need to tell him how you need to tell him about her actions and how you heard her on the phone telling somebody that she don't like you. And when he kisses and hugs on you, she's rolling her eyes. It's given she wants your man. I could be wrong. But it feels like she's jealous of your relationship. I don't think you should just be quiet and just be happy that you're his choice, because you've obviously been dealing with her attitude for quite some time, and everybody has their breaking point. So God forbid it gets to the point where she does something slick again and you just like, you know what, and it's just everything's up from there. God forbid that happens, because your boyfriend is probably going to be like, yo, what's going on, why you do that, why? And he doesn't even realize because she's doing stuff on the slick, so he can't understand. So she's doing stuff on the slick where he can't see it, but you feel it and you see it. And she probably feels like, yeah, she knows that you're not gonna say nothing. Like, tell him ASAP so he knows what's up, so that he can have that conversation with her. Because I don't. If y'all have that woman to woman conversation, it ain't gonna go well. She. Yeah, you need to tell your boyfriend. You need to tell him he may lose her as a friend. Oh well. I just don't get that. Like, if you're really somebody's friend and you over here doing all that, you rolling your eyes, it's giving you want him. That's what I think. That's what that would be my thought. You rolling your eyes? What you rolling your eyes for? Okay. I have a friend that has a crush on this boy. She's been talking about him every day, and when she finally showed me a picture of him, my heart dropped because I slept with him before. She didn't have a We didn't have a relationship. It was just sex. Should I tell her or just wait for him to tell her? Mm-mm. You need to tell her, because who's to say that he's gonna say anything? You can't control his actions. You can control your actions. You need to tell her. I feel like that's just a part of the girl code, honestly. You had, you have sexual history with this guy, and she seems to really like him. Now let's say they get serious and they enter a relationship, and she thinks she's introducing y'all. Truth be told, y'all already know each other in a biblical sense. Truth be told, y'all already know each other in a biblical sense. And she doesn't even know that. So she's the one just out of the loop completely. That's not fair. That's not fair. You need to tell your friend. You need to be the one to tell her, because she's your friend and y'all have known each other longer than she's known this guy. Yeah, just go ahead and tell her. Whether she be cool or come out of a bag, if that's what you're worrying about, then that depends. Like, were y'all sleeping together when they first started talking? Or was this something that just happened in the past? Now, if this is something that just happened in the past, I don't see why she would or why she should be upset, because he didn't even know her yet. But if y'all were sleeping together when she was talking to him, then yeah, she might be upset. She might be a little upset. But I don't see why she would be upset with you, because you didn't know. She might be upset with him because they were talking during the same time he's having sex with you. That's grounds for her to be upset. But if this is something that happened way back when, like in the past, before she even met this guy, I don't think she would be upset with either one of you. So yeah, you need to tell your friend. This next one says, okay, get ready, this is long. I've been with my boyfriend on and off for 6 years. We met in high school, and then everything was okay, for the most part. Now fast forward, we've both finished college and got back together. When we break up, it's usually about him wanting to have sex. Now, see, he's lost his virginity at a young age. Me, on the other hand, I haven't had sex. He gets mad at me when I tell him I'm not ready yet, because he feels that we've known each other long enough for me to be ready. And when I tell him I'm not, he just gets frustrated with me. The last time we broke up, I was dating other guys while we were apart. And I met a guy, and he's really nice, and when the subject of sex came up, he told me he respects my choice. I just wish my current boyfriend would do the same. What do I do? Okay, sis, listen. If your man is making you feel pressure to have sex, then he should not be your man. I know this is obviously you've met someone who says they respect your choice, so why would you put yourself through that with someone who doesn't and gets mad at you because you're not ready? Mm-mm. My advice to you is to, I'm gonna let these girls sit. My advice to you is to let this relationship go, and you'll find someone. Well, obviously, you know it's possible. You've already seen that it's possible. I think you just need to just let this relationship go altogether because he's getting mad at you because you said you're not ready to have sex yet. Yeah. If that ain't a red flag to run, I don't know what is. That, yeah. Let him and this situation go. Okay. Let's answer another one. Would you give a cheating ex another chance? No, ma'am. I wouldn't be able to give a cheating ex another chance for the simple fact that I feel like that's all that's gonna be in my mind all the time. You know, like I feel like if they cheat and I stay, all I'm gonna be thinking is about you cheated on me. Like, and why would I? And if I can't trust you, then I'm not gonna stay in a relationship. Mm-mm. I wouldn't. I can't. I wouldn't be able to do it. That's just me. Now, I know certain people that have taken their exes back after breaking up with them because they cheated, and it turns out that the man or the girl, the second go around, they did, they were faithful, wasn't no problem in that department as far as the relationship goes. They were 100% faithful the second time, but I just I just can't do it. I personally I can't do it because I ain't gonna be able to trust you. Sorry, darling. So no to that question. This one says, how can I get this guy I like at my school to notice me? I'm gonna assume you're in high school or college. So, I would say is if you have a class with him, I would walk up to him and ask him about the homework. Like, I'll ask him, do you understand the homework, or do you understand the assignment that we were assigned on Monday or Friday or whatever? And if he says no, then I would be like, yeah, me either, because XYZ, whatever. But if he says yes, ask for help. Ask for help. Because that way, ask for help, because if you don't know what you're doing, it's a double win. You get to talk to the guy that you like, and you could possibly start understanding the material in that class. It's a double win. Now, if y'all don't have any classes together, then that makes it a little bit more difficult. That's when you might have to involve other people and all that junk. I didn't really like that, but even if y'all don't have the same class, if you know y'all have the same teacher, you can be like, hey, do you understand the work that she's giving us? If you could you like explain to me a little better, because I'm trying to see who can understand it, stuff like that. That's what I would do. I'm lying. I did not do this in high school. If I like somebody in high school, child, they did not know, not from my mouth. But that's what I would do. No, that's what I would do now. But yeah. This next one says, my boyfriend won't open up to me. He tells me he loves me, but when it comes to what bothers him, he won't tell me. He gets frustrated and just says, I need some time. What do I do? Wait a minute. Let me see. Is your boy? Okay, you got a black man. I'll say this, this is just something that we know to be true. Black men don't get the luxury of truly being in tune with their feelings. They don't get the luxury. And truth be told, black women barely do either. The way I look at it is, when black women cry, it gets ignored. Black men don't even get the luxury to cry. That's how I see it. So that's one thing I would say to remember as well. Maybe counseling. Yeah, I would recommend just continue to encourage him and let him know that you're there for him and that you're open and you're there to listen to him, because I don't know no man that wants to appear weak in front of his girl or his wife, or, no man wants to feel weak at all. So with that type of wording and that type of conditioning, saying that if you show your feelings, you're weak, it is most definitely understandable how he would feel, opening up would make him look weak, because if that's what he's been taught, then, But yeah, I would just tell you to keep encouraging him and just letting him know that, you're there for him. first love, and he. Wait a minute. My ex was my first love, and we dated for 3 years. The issue I had with him is that he didn't have the motivation to do anything with his life. I'm in school to become a nurse and working, and he's at home just chilling with his friends who have the same mindset that he does. He would complain about me having schoolwork, saying that I'm spending more time worrying about school than spending with him. But you studying to be hold on. After his constant complaining, I decided to break it off. That was May of last year. Now he started contacting me again, saying he misses me and that he still loves me. He always would make me laugh and always knew how to bring a smile to my face. And like I say, he's my first love. Do you think I should give him another chance? I don't know, because anybody who knows nursing students, they don't really have a social life when they're going through it. Like, it's hard for a nursing student to have a life. I'm not a nursing student, but I know people that have become nurses and that are in nursing school and that have been in it. And baby, I haven't seen them, the ones that's in nursing school, I haven't seen them in a good little minute. So anything that's in the medical field is something that's going to take up a lot of your time, and he's going to have to understand that. Like, I don't get, he said you spending more time worrying about school than being with him. Hello. What I have a hard time understanding is why he don't want to do nothing with his life. What's that about? You're in school to become a nurse and he not wanting to do nothing with his life? Huh? What? Why he don't want to do nothing with his life? That's my first question. Like, what's the circumstances surrounding that? I don't know, sis. I don't. Like, has he decided to do something with his life? Now that, you know, it's been a year, and has he decided to do something with his life? I'm gonna recall this piece. I don't know if this would be good, because anybody that knows people that's in the medical field or going to school to be in the medical field, baby, we gotta pray for them, because they busy. Like, they ain't got time to be playing games. Like, they really don't have too much of a social life. Now, true, you are in this relationship, you are in a relationship with a person, you do have to make time for them. Like, that's just the honest to God truth. And I do believe in people make time for what they want to make time for, but it's also like, I'm still stuck on the part where he don't want to do nothing with his life. I'm sorry, but huh? And okay, well, that was a year ago. Has he decided to do something with his life now? Then maybe I would say give him a chance, only if he has motivation to do something with his life. Because if he doesn't, then of course he doesn't understand why you're working so hard, why you have to take time away from him sometimes, you know. If he has decided to do something with his life and find something and that he's passionate and that he's consistent in pursuing, then I would give him another chance. With him being your first love, I understand that. So, but that's the only reason why I would give him another chance, because he has to understand you can't always be up under him, because you got something you got to do. That's it. So, yeah. Okay, guys, this is the end of the video. I hope the people that sent their questions in, I hope my advice helped y'all to make a wise decision and do what's best for you. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.